What up? It's Yozora. Recently I've been playing through all the Yakuza games and I have been enjoying playing through them a lot. So I decided to make this video explaining what I believe makes the Yakuza game so great. I first started playing these games over 2 years ago and started with Yakuza 0. I'm not exactly sure how I got into Yakuza, but it might have been because of Donkey's Yakuza videos and some Yakuza memes that I found that made me want to play the game. Before we start, I've only played Yakuza 0 through 4, so I won't be discussing any games beyond that. I started to play Yakuza 5 a bit, but I won't discuss because I'm not really that far into it. I'm like in the first hour or so into Yakuza 5. I also find it funny that the reason the game switches from an action RPG to a turn-based RPG in Yakuza 7 is because the main character Ichiban is a schizo and imagines everything like Dragon Quest. Also, a spoiler warning revealed that I haven't completed 0 and Kiwami. I'll be going into some spoilers for the beginning of Kiwami and 0. Most of the footage you are going to see in the background is modded footage, just in case people are wondering why my game looks different and why Katie has moves they never saw before. The cutscenes I will show are also modded because I was too lazy to restart the game without the mods. First off, let's talk about the combat. You can't talk about how good a Yakuza game is without first mentioning the combat. This game is one of the few games I can go back to just for the combat. For example, I often go back to Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, and Metal Gear Revengeance just for their combat. But that is a topic for another video.
But you already knew that.
Whenever you play as Kiryu, the combat really makes you feel like a dragon. I can't take myself seriously. Dude, I don't know why I wrote this into the fucking script. In Yakuza 0 and Kiwami 1, you can switch between Brawler, Rush, Beast, and Dragon. You first start off with the Brawler style in 0, which is like a Die Dragon style that Kiryu uses in future games. You then unlock Rush, which you can use to soft lock enemies if you are good enough. And you can also evade every punch thrown at you like you are a Yakuza 3 enemy. You can also use in Kiwami 1 to recreate the Metal Gear Revengeance meme. Once you unlock Beast style, you can take hits like you have no enemies and immediately switch up to get rid of your enemies by swinging around motorcycles like a madman. In Yakuza 0, there's a secret unlock from Money Island minigame where you unlock the Dragon style, where Kiryu realized he was badass all along and you could do most of the combos in future games in this style. Also in 0, you play as Machima, the clinically insane man before he went insane. You start with the Thug style, which is your basic hand-to-hand combat style. I really can't come up with a better way to describe it. You then unlock Slugger, where you start beating people up with a steel bat, like you're that one character from One Punch Man. And the last style you unlock is Breaker, which objectively has one of the funniest cutscenes when you unlock it. In the Breaker style, Machima takes the meaning of breakdancing too seriously and breaks people's bones by dancing. There's also the secret unlock from the Cabaret Club, the Mad Dog Shimano style. The first time this style is playable, where you can zoom across the arena doing a lot of damage. I don't know how managing a Cabaret Club inspires you to create this style. That's like if in the middle of me making this video, I just transformed because I realized I'm badass. I'm badass. Also, editor's note, it took me hours to unlock this just for the footage in the video. Then in future games, you play as Kiryu Tiger dropping all your opponents because Tiger Drop negates all damage. Or fail Tiger Dropping and end up doing this kick because you messed up. And then act like you did it on purpose to recreate this pose. Until Yakuza 4, you play as 4 different characters. You start off with Akiyama. His style is kickboxing and is easily one of the most broken and fun styles where you can do loops on bosses. Then you play as Sajima, which is a slower and more powerful style, until you lock the double finishers as Sajima, then the style starts becoming a lot more fun. After playing as Seijima, you play as Tanimura, which is a more counter-heavy grappler character. There are also heat actions you can do depending on certain circumstances. Some of these actions can vary from hitting someone with an RKO to doing this with a pull. Then in Yakuza 3 they add revelations that give you some of the best heat actions in the game. These revelations also have some of the best cutscenes in the game. For example, the first revelation you see in Yakuza 3 is this. What the fuck?
大丈夫なのか？
The he actions you get from Revelation are easily some of the most broken he actions. I personally recommend saving before doing the Revelation, so if you do fail, you can immediately reload the save. Either that or just search up a guide on how to do all of the Revelations if you aren't that interested in the mechanic. For the story of Yakuza, I'm mainly going to summarize the beginning of the story from Kiwami 1. I won't be going into any late game spoilers in case people haven't finished it yet. You start off with seeing Kiryu in front of Dojima's body, then you play the prologue to see how Kiryu ended up in that situation through a flashback. Yo, Shinji do a collections run and goes to start to meet up with Ishiki but get interrupted by one of Majima's men. He makes an example out of them with an umbrella because he is just built different. Majima then says he will keep his eye on Kiryu 24/7 so he can give him a reason to fight. They then meet up with Nishiki at Serena to talk about how Kiryu is going to get his own Tojo family soon. But before that can happen, Yumi gets abducted. Nishiki goes to save her and sends Dojima to hell for eternity. Kiryu then takes the blame and spends 10 years in the joint, and once you get out, you find out that 10 billion yen was stolen from the Tojo clan. Once Kiryu gets out of the joint, he immediately gets attacked by Majima and told 10 years in the joint made him a fucking pussy. Then proceeds to stalk Kiryu so he can fight him at his peak. After showing Majima our gratitude, Kiryu then heads to Stardust to meet Kazuki because Kazuma told you to meet Kazuki in a letter. Get told by Yuya you're the most Yakuza looking guy ever and teach him what Kiwami means. Kazuki then stops Yuya and tells you what happened to the Tojo clan since Kiryu was in a joint. The third chairman Sera died and Nishiki became evil because his hair is slicked back now. So in Yakuza come in to meet Kazuki, Kiryu Tiger drops him out of existence. Shinji tells you that he's in the Nishiki family as a double agent for Kazuma to get info on what Nishiki is doing. Kiryu sneaks into the funeral to meet Kazuma and gets dosed by some random Yakuza, and Kiryu proceeds to show him the essence of amnesia. Meet up with Shinji, who then takes you to meet Kazuma, and you talk to Kazuma for maybe 20 seconds before he gets shot by a phase member. Shimano runs in to stop Kiryu, and without hesitation, Kiryu jumps out of a window. Kiryu then fights his way out of Tojo headquarters. You then fight one of the worst bosses in Yakuza Kiwami, Shimano. Run away from Tojo headquarters while Yakuza chase after you, while Nishiki just smiles as you run away. Now, if for some reason you want to take a break from the story, you can do this and completely break your immersion. You can also do sub-stories which can make you question what game you are playing. For example, one of the side stories, Kitty helps out with voice acting for a game without knowing that it is a BL game. Who talks like this? Wait, what? Why the hell did I have a state reaction? BL. Oh, hell, I fucking knew it. In another side story, you defend Michael Jackson from zombies while he records the Thriller music video. I wish I could do that. Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm doing it! You can also bully little kids with Pocket Circuit Fighter and spend hours trying to get a part for your car because they are cheaters and have super glue on their tires so their cars don't fly off the track. That's fucking bullshit! Gotta get your postcard read by a radio host by submitting the side stories you've done as submissions. Let's say that isn't your cup of tea. You can play mini games around the map. You can play old Sega games at the Sega arcade, try to get a higher score so you can get a better relationship with an employee. Gamble at an underground casino because gambling is fun and I need the money to get that one part for my RC car. Hell yeah, I'm getting the big bucks. I can finally buy that RC car part. I blame Luigi for my gambling problem. If it wasn't for him opening up that casino, I wouldn't have this problem. See, I need to go all in. Oh shit! Oh, I'm gonna win the big bucks. You got a fucking fuck you, Luigi. Go bowling so you can unlock a chicken as your manager in real estate because the chicken is a professional. Why does the chicken have better stats than actual humans? You put hours into the game by only doing side stories and minigames and still have more content to play. Also, the Yakuza community is one of the best communities to be part of. I managed to avoid the Yakuza brain rot until I got to mid to late game of Yakuza Kiwami 2. Now I will never see certain things the same anymore. Anytime I see Nishiki, my brain goes, that's 10 years in a joint guy. Anytime I perform any heat action that looks like it's even a little bit lethal, I just remember Kiryu would never kill anyone. Clearly that bus killed that man. That's gotten so bad. If I see anyone circle mine or date, I immediately assume it's a Yakuza characters, Mine and Date. And if I see the words like a something, I immediately imagine like a dragon box art and people responding to it with worse and worse quality versions of it. I haven't 100% any of the Yakuza games and I still put in a lot of hours by mainly doing the main story and some side quests. Almost all the games in the Yakuza series share the same map, Kamurocho, and add new areas to explore. And yet the playable area never feels like it's small. There's always something to do on the map. Instead of creating a large empty map, Assassin's Creed, the developers confined a smaller area where each area is distinct and filled with personality. You can explore Kamurocho and find yourself doing a random side story which unlocks a new side mode for you to play. The stories in these games are good but boil down to Kiryu having to come back to fix the problem with the Tojo clan. I'm not going to go into detail because I feel like it will make the video way too long and I haven't caught up to the newest games yet. I still need to play 5 through Infinite Wealth and even then I still need to play through the Judgment games and other side games. And as of me making the script, a new Yakuza game got announced where you play as Majima where he is a pirate in Hawaii. And as of me editing this video, another game got announced, Project Sentry, which looks cool as hell. This should let you know how long it took to make this video. I was originally planning on uploading this video in October, but a bunch of stuff happened that caused me to delay it. And this has been the longest it's taken for me to edit a video because for some reason, I want to edit something in a specific way and it takes me hours to learn how to do it. So I got even more games to add to my backlog. If this video did not convince you on what makes the Yakuza series great, I don't know what will. Hopefully my passion for these games manages to convince people to get into the Yakuza series. I still got a lot of other games in my backlog, so I probably won't catch up to the Yakuza series for a while. So I probably won't make another Yakuza video essay until I finish the rest of the Yakuza games. I'm not trying to go through these games as quickly as possible to catch up to the new games. I'm going to take my time so I can thoroughly enjoy the games and avoid Yakuza burnout. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. It will be greatly appreciated and it helps me determine which videos people like to watch. I probably won't make another video essay for a while because I ran out of ideas, and the one video essay I'm going to make in the future requires me to play through a 30-hour game. If you got any ideas for a video essay, comment them down below and I'll try to respond and I'll let you know if I decide to use your idea. Hope you all had a good week and also Merry Christmas, and I'm out.